I'd like to welcome those in attendance this morning for the October 2022 meeting. Roll call, please.
Mr. Margaret.
Here.
Mr. Long. Ms. Whitcup. Here.
Are there any conflict of interest statements?
Nothing.
No. Approval of the minutes of the meeting of October 27th, 2022.
I'll make a recommendation. We approve the minutes of the meeting October 27, 2022.
And I'll concur. I see no bid openings today. Matters from other department heads or their representatives. Mr. Butt.
Hi, good morning. Just a report to the board. Right now, the roundabout at Goslin and Sheffield is being reopened to traffic, so it should be in the next hour or so. I notified Security Transport. I asked, and I will confer with the police department to allow them time to notify their drivers to stop using 141st. So Monday, from Monday on, 141st will no longer allow trucks starting Monday.
Okay.
So just wanted to let you know what's going on. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other department head or their representative? Correspondence. There is none. Matters from board members? Eva? Nothing? Got nothing. Item 9, new business. Item A, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 1137 150th Street, submitted for approval. This is good to go? Okay. Good to go.
All right, I'll make a recommendation. We approve the rehabilitation for the property located at 1137 150th Street.
And I'll concur. Item B, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 1429 Truman Street, submitted for approval. Good. Okay.
I'll make a recommendation. We approve the rehabilitation for the property located at 1429 Truman Street.
And I'll concur. Item C, right-of-way permit 6, received from engineering, submitted for approval. Mr. Gordish.
Good morning.
This is some of my favorite parts of the meeting right here.
Favorite part, see? Just to see me, right? But anyways.
Yes.
Here we go. We have 165th and Lyman and 165th and Blaine. They are going to tie in the storm sewer on the south and north side, the train. They're going to keep traffic open one way with barrels down the center. So it should take approximately 5 to 7 days each side. So they're going to close one, then the other one, flip traffic. So that's the first permit. Any questions?
That's Lyman and Blaine, right?
Yeah, that's 165th.
Okay, under the bridge there, bike bridge?
Under the bike bridge.
Okay.
Mr. Cordish always likes to cause us some rapscallion, it seems like.
You got another one?
Oh, yeah.
Good one.
A small Comcast one on Euclid. It should take probably a day or so. It's a little bit of a boring.
Is that underneath?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's a small. Then back to Passion with the train, Holman Avenue in Michigan.
Right.
We have both sides. This is basically, was approved in the past. It's approximately 2 to 3 days, but they couldn't get it done in that time frame, so they just want a time extension.
And we have traffic that's moving through that area?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
And Carolyn Lyman, they would like to close it with a detour for approximately, let's say, 7 days, 6 days, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Carolyn?
Carol. North of Pearson Park.
Yeah, it's Carol? Carol. So that's with a detour attached, just to tie in the storm sewer for the train.
Okay.
So that's it. I would recommend approval.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
Mr. Gordish, thank you, sir.
I will make a recommendation that we approve 6 right-of-ways submitted from our engineering department.
And I'll concur. Item D, disposal authorizations received from the Hammond Police Department, submitted for approval. She always makes us look drunk, because sometimes she puts notes in there. All destroyed. Okay, yep, good.
All right, I will make a recommendation. We approve the disposal received from the Hammond Police Department, submitted for approval.
And I'll concur. Garage sale permit submitted for approval. This was previously approved on September 29th, but it rained, so they would like to reschedule for another day. Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
I will make a recommendation. We approve the garage permits.
And I'll concur. Okay, moving into old business. Item A, status, Jimenez Auto.
Morning, folks.
Morning.
We were here a couple of weeks ago, and thank you. And we're basically, you were looking for a status on how we were moving forward. I know things had been lagging a little bit, so the board had asked that we show up with the whole crew, and that's what we've done today to present a report.
Okay.
I have Bruce Kujawa, is that the architect that's been working on the project. He has completed plans for the interior, which I think was one of the final steps that we were looking at, and I'll let him speak a little bit more as to that.
I just have a question.
Yep.
Bruce, was this something that's gonna have to go to Indianapolis, a plan review kind of thing?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, because we're not changing the physical characteristics of the building.
Right. I'm listening.
The building is already basically a 4-hour rated building, concrete masonry construction.
Yeah.
Cement block, steel roof, steel bar joist. There's a 4-hour separation wall between the existing car wash and the first building south.
Okay.
So all we're doing is basically blocking in old openings that are already there.
Right.
Putting new garage doors on.
Right.
And doing a little bit of remodeling in the office. And I even talked to Bob Vale, and he seems
okay.
to think that it's pretty much,
Okay.
not an issue. So,
Okay, because obviously we know what the length is doing that, right? I mean, that's a,
oh, yeah, I mean, if Bob sees something different, then I'll work with one of my other architects or something, and or an
Okay.
engineer, and we'll get, everything will be taken care of through the application for downstate.
so for you to, the plans are done, or you?
No, we're
you're
still,
just- You're just
I was just
waiting
handed this
to?
about a week and a half ago. So
Gotcha,
I
okay,
got preliminary stuff done.
okay,
I got the original, I did the building inspection, the building measure up, and drew some preliminary stuff just to make some progress on
Okay.
it, so that's where we're at on that.
and Mr. Suarez, you're taking care of the,
I am.
Inside?
Yes, and there was a question about my licensing. I'm a residential GC. We're taking the test on Monday for the commercial.
oh, man,
I have
good for
a,
you.
And I have a.
No, we just questioned, we just said,
Yeah.
wait, we just think Ricardo's a painter.
Yeah, well, yeah, more of a.
I mean, more than
of an
that, I know.
estimator than a painter, but you're right.
Okay,
yeah.
right, wow. Okay, gotcha. All right, thank you.
Yeah, if you want to see some preliminary stuff, we got it here for you if you want to.
No, I think they really didn't have any definitive answers 2 weeks ago when we were asking them, so I mean, that's why they asked you guys to come here today. And knowing that it's not hopefully gonna have to go to plan review, which could be a 6 or 8 kind of week thing, right?
Yeah, they're.
Unless you want to pay more up front, right?
My recent projects, they've been running about 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, good.
So,
All right. Well,
yeah.
hopefully we don't have to go that route, that's
Yeah,
good.
I don't think we will.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you
All right.
both.
Thank you.
Any other questions at this point, or do we want to set up a follow-up?
So,
Set for status.
yeah, we're gonna need a status. So Mr. Kajawa, he's gonna need more time, obviously, to put the final sketches together. I mean, I'm not pressing you, Bruce, by no means.
What do you think?
It'll be a couple of weeks yet at least.
Okay, so you wanna do a status, Mr. Bartholomew, for 30 days?
Let's see, where's that put us?
December 1st or December 8th?
Early December is kind of challenging for me, actually. I've got, let's see, the 1st or the 8th were the dates? Let me just check on. Actually, I think let's, I think the 8th could work.
Okay, Okay.
We're good.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll make a recommendation, we set this for status for December 8th, 2022.
And I'll concur. Okay, again, thank you all
All right,
for
thank you.
showing up this morning. Give us a little more clarity as to where we're going. 7944 Bertram.
Cecil Brosey's gonna need 2 weeks.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
Morning.
So I was in conversation with the building inspector, William Luter, regarding this property and all the items that needed to be addressed. This is just a garage-only repair demolish status, and I would recommend, as well as with Inspector Luter, to rescind
To rescind the order?
the order. Correct. As the work is about 98% completed.
Oh, the work's progressing and you guys are...
No, the work
it's
is,
not
they
progressing.
need one section of siding to finish the garage, and then they will be completed. It's just one strip at the bottom nearest the garage door.
Yeah, okay.
That
So
is
you
the
want us to rescind the order to demolish, is that right?
correct.
Okay. Okay.
All right, oh,
Wait. You want a status?
We make a recommendation to refer the manager of the law department to draft a rescind order for the property.
Okay,
okay.
gotcha, good call.
All
Okay,
right, I will make a recommendation, we refer it to our law department so they can write a letter to rescind.
and I'll concur. Status 2314 Indianapolis Boulevard.
Morning, Board.
Good morning.
After I spoke to Inspector Luter, and he spoke to the owner about 3-4 months ago, and there has been zero movement moving forward. The owner has not pulled permits, the rehab agreement's expired, the NIPSCO has been terminated here, so our recommendation would be that we reach out to the contractor, sign the contract, and get the demo permit. And I have updated photos of the current condition.
And this is on the list now, is that right? It's on the demo list now, right?
So we make the recommendation to,
I don't think it was on last week's. Did this come up last week, do you remember? No, okay, this has been out there for a while.
Yeah.
So you want us to recommend its demolition?
Yes, like we just need to basically have the demo contractor come in, sign the contract, and pull the permit.
It was awarded to JM.
Yeah, okay.
all right, I will make a recommendation that we set this for demolition. The property located at 2314 Indianapolis Boulevard.
And I'll concur. You want these back?
Yes.
Thank you. Status 1414 Calumet Avenue.
It is actually unclear what the current status of this property is. The last time we met with this property was back in August. The notes had indicated that Ann Anderson in economic development was working with the owners, I think possibly taking ownership of the property and possibly self-demoing, but I tried to reach out to her and I haven't heard back, so we don't know what the current status is.
This is the 5 Points farm location. I believe the owners and their representative appeared at one of the hearings.
They wanted to do something to it, right? They just weren't sure.
Is that the status till we hear back from Ann, or,
I would suggest that we do that.
so what, a week?
You want 7 days?
Yes, a week should be fine.
Yeah.
I haven't heard, I called her twice yesterday, but haven't heard back.
2 weeks? So is that,
17.
all right, I will make a recommendation that we set 1414 Calumet Avenue
registration hearings. First one being 7526 Beach Avenue.
I believe this property address was supposed to be set for the 10th of November. That's what I have on the rental
It
registration
could be,
request.
because I don't have a piece of paper up here reflecting it.
No, yeah, I would just request that we set it over to the 10th of November for when the owner was notified to appear. I think it just appeared on the agenda.
I would request, the board set the matter on next available date on November 3rd at the owner's request. It was at the owner's request on November 3rd. Okay. That means. Okay. Okay.
Following week. And then I believe after they received their notice,
Okay.
something probably came up this morning.
Okay, I will make a recommendation. We move this hearing to November 10th.
Now concur. 4407 Henry, 2 units.
So, Mr. Santiago?
Yes, sir.
So it appears that one of the units is registered for this year. Mr. Santiago has been the owner since 2020. He appeared before the board in April of 2021 for an appeal of 2020 and 21's rental registration late fee, and had listed himself as occupying one of the 2 units during those years, so for 2021, and I believe you're appealing 22 because you have a tenant in the second unit now? Right, okay. So yeah, one of the units was registered, and then, so I guess the second, he found a tenant to lease that space, and then just failed to register within 30 days.
So it's a 2-unit building?
Correct.
right? And both units are full or occupied?
Correct.
Okay, so where you used to live, someone else lives now? Okay.
It was a simple misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding. I did come to register the apartments earlier this year. I was under the impression that I was just supposed to update, so I kind of messed up there.
And what, we're just looking at 2022, Nick?
Correct, yeah, he was in front of the board for 2020 and 21 last year in April. The board waived the late fees for those 2 years. And then.
No, I'm sorry, I only registered one time. If it didn't register the first year, that was the previous owner.
So, yeah, so 2021 would have been, it would have came in and they would allow him to register for 21, appealing. But, either way, the first unit was registered on time this year, and then I guess he moved out, and they got a tenant, and then failed.
He didn't come to you folks within 30 days, right?
I came a few days later than I was supposed to, but I was under the impression that the entire apartment building was already registered, and I thought all I had to do was update. So that was the confusion.
And the owner's not, whenever you have owner occupying unit, you're not required to register the one you're occupying.
Yeah, that part, I'm still kind of new at this, so that part slipped my mind.
Well, I would just say this, so it seems like in the 2 or 3 years that you've been part and parcel to the building, it seems as though you're having difficulty getting in here and registering possibly in the time frame you're supposed to.
Right.
So I would just say to you, we're gonna waive the late fee this year.
I appreciate that, thank
I
you.
would tell you this, if, we see you again next year,
I'll take this as strike two, sir.
we've
Strike 3, I'm out.
been gentle. Okay.
Yes, I appreciate it, thank you.
All right, I will make a recommendation that we waive the late fee for 4407 Henry.
And I'll concur. If you can just wait. Yeah, you can take care of this before you leave. Thank you, Nick. Meeting's open to the public. Is anyone here? Anything you forgot about Mr. Gordish at all? Mr. Duncanson, how was how was the Optimus fundraiser? Did it all work out well? I'm glad we could be helped. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay.
All right, I make a motion to adjourn.
And I'll concur.